Shalom, shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Kadash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the icon that's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the planet. Shalom to the elect. Alright, real quick. Alright, this devil, alright, is this right here, this little hit piece, alright, that they're doing on their chariots. Alright, is none other than attempt to demonize Yahweh Shah, alright, and the angels. Okay? And this is why the Lord is coming back to destroy this devil. Okay? And I was just thinking, I'm like, wow, like, this devil is really diabolical. All right, hey, and this is a perfect what would you call preliminary or this is a pretty much like like showing what that this devil is indeed going to fight against the Lord. All right, and it's just a pretty much just a preview of that very thing. All right, because and it's like I said, this little hit piece right here. All right, Esau is attempting to demonize Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, and ultimately make mockery and and actually put forth some like a what you call them, a homophobic, all right, a homophobic what's the best word I'm looking for, narrative, if you will. All right, you're gonna see what I'm talking about. And this is Esau 101. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna say a few things that I'm gonna point out within this hit piece. All right, that's going to further show you what that Esau is, the devil that the Bible speaks of. So let's go.
Loved home state of Texas, where something strange is happening in my beloved home state of Texas, where someone or something is mutilating cattle. 3 different counties, 6 cows have been found dead, with each scene more grisly.
So 3 different counties, 6 cows, right? All right, at number 6. All right, 3 different counties, 6 cows. All right, now you take 3 different counties, 3, 3, and 3, that will be 9. You turn that 9 upside down, that's 6. All right, and then you got the other 6, because he said 3 different counties and 6 cows, so that's 6, 6. All right, let's go.
Then the next, or something is mutilating cattle. 3 different counties, 6 cows have been found dead, with each scene more grisly than the next. They don't make sense. The cows' tongues have been cut out, almost surgically. There's almost no signs of spilled blood. And nearly 2 of the cows had their sex organs removed. Authorities say they were unable to find any sign of footprints or tire tracks around the scenes. On top of that, the areas around the carcasses were undisturbed, like no signs of a struggle for the cows. And as troubling as all this is, almost no signs of spilled blood.
Hold on.
With each scene more grisly of Texas, where someone or something is mutilating cattle. 3 different counties, 6 cows have been found dead, with each scene more grisly than the next. They don't make sense. The cows' tongues have been cut out, almost surgically. There's almost no signs of spilled blood. And nearly 2 of the cows had their sex organs removed. Authorities say they were...
All right, so you see right there, all right, that's that, what would you call that, homophobic, all right, no backhanded deceitfulness right there. All right, their sex organs was taken out, they was mutilated. All right, like as if hey, let's go. Let me get this. John 8:44. Ye are your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning and abide not in the truth. What? And that's Esau Edom. All right, because Cain was the first murderer, the first liar. All right. He was a murderer from the beginning and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for for he is a liar and the father of it. Yeah, and Esau was the first murderer, the first liar. All right, he pretty much invented, okay, murdering and lying, man. All right, the first to do it. Okay, and you're gonna see as this hit piece keep on going. All right, where I'm getting at. All right, let's go.
Unable to find any sign of footprints or tire tracks around the scenes. On top of that, the areas around the carcasses were undisturbed, like no signs of a struggle for the cows. And as troubling as all this is, stories like this have been happening actually for decades. As far back as the 1970s, the New York Times was reporting that nearly 200 cows in 11 states were found mysteriously mutilated, where ranchers reported that udders, eyes, ears, sex organs, and tongues seemed to have been removed. Sounds familiar. So who is behind this seemingly 40 years of unexplained phenomenon? I don't know. Teenagers who play sick pranks on cattle ranchers? Cultish worshippers of some odd religion? Aliens? What could this be? This is so odd, we have to...
See, and you see what he did? You see what this devil did? Now, how did he correlate that? How did he get from teenagers, all right, to a cult, right, which they call us a cult, to aliens? How did he move? You know, that's like the contrast is far in between. Like, how did you get to that point that fast? Well, ultimately, this is a demonization, all right, of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, and the angels. When we know what this demonization is ultimately coming, but not just for us, all right, it's also coming for Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, all right, and the angels. They're going to demonize them as well. Hey, what it says, the world have not hated you. Matter of fact, let me see. Let me get this. Right? Alright, so this devil, we see what this devil is on a demonization campaign, alright, for this truth, alright, because, brother did a video going into how Biden is going to use the federal government, to go up against the Hebrew Israelites, alright. It says, this is John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, know that it hated me before it hated you. Why? Because the servant is not greater than his master. It says, if ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of this world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Right? So, matter of fact, I'm going to keep on going. Remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they had persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they had kept my saying, they will keep yours also. And that's what we seeing. Are we seeing what? The persecution of the brethren, the persecution of, all right, the word of Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah, and ultimately the demonization and persecution of the angels as well, all right? Because how do you got cow mutilation and things of that nature, right? And then you just correlate that and just come off the rip like, okay, yeah, it could be aliens, right? That's this devil trying to what? Paint the narrative, all right? Because what? He knows that he had but a short time. Let's go.
Consider any attacks on cattle ranchers, cultish worshippers of some odd religion, aliens. What could this be? This is so odd. We have to consider any possibility. You heard of stories of crop circles appearing.
See that? And then he said, "This is so odd. We have to consider any possibility." And then they queued up what? The chariot, right? They queued up the chariot. So we see where this is going. Let's go.
On farms, could they be leaving a message that they're taking our livestock? Do extraterrestrials have an infatuation with farmland? In just the last few days, the Department of Defense has released new footage of a new UFO, footage in the Middle East. Could they have just been looking for more cows? The Pentagon has no explanation for what this was, just like authorities have no idea what has happened to all.
You hear the mockery, right? Let me get this. Right, see these devils, they know what it is. Right, and these devils are shaking in their boots. All right, they're scared to death. What? So what they're doing? A hit piece. What? To demonize the truth, Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah, and the angels. All right, this is Revelation 12:12. Therefore rejoice ye heavens, ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he had but a short time. All right, and this is an example of that great wrath that they're about to come down with. Right? This is an example of that. All right, it's not a coincidence that what they're demonizing. All right, the Hebrew Israelites. At the same time that what they're demonizing. All right, the chariots. All right, the angels. All right, and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah is no coincidence. Why? Because we're all of the same body. All right, let me get this. You see, right, and a lot of brothers are doing videos going into the chariots, all right, because a movie. I mean, Salakia, a clip surfaced on TikTok. What going into how like a chariot landed at a Air Force base, and the angels came out and they basically described them as what? As looking as African American. All right, so what? These devils, all right, know what time it is. All right, like I said, all right, what was like the scriptures say, they know if they got but a short time. All right, so what? It's all hands on deck. Okay, this is Galatians 6:7. Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And you see right here, he making mockery. He talking about the chariot flew past the drone, and he was saying, what are they looking for? Cows, And see, that's the pride of these devils. All right, let's go back.
Released new footage of a new UFO, footage in the Middle East. Could they have just been looking for more cows? The Pentagon has no explanation for what this was, just like authorities have no idea what has happened to all of those cows. It might sound crazy, but not out of the question. What is going on? Not just here, but maybe in the universe. Is the truth out there? UFO Seekers lead investigator Tim Doyle joins me now. Tim.
Now they're going to bring this guy on, right? They're going to bring this guy on, and this guy is clearly set up. This guy is clearly, you see, they got the look like a space suit behind him or whatever the case may be. But they got this guy set up, All right, and you're gonna see, hey man, you can look at him and see from the rip that what he's about to start lying. All right, this is all nothing more than a cunning, way to what demonize Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the angels, man. All right, this guy is an actor. All right, This guy is all right. Pretty much come on here to do the bidding of his father, the devil, man. Let's go. Hey, let's go.
What is going on?
Well, something strange, and in fact, it's been happening in Texas for a long time. Here's a picture of a Texas Tech student who actually had his car shut off by a UFO object.
So you see how he just flashed the picture? What was that? He just showed the picture of two white guys, right? See, this is and look, and if you're not in the spirit, right? All right, you're just gonna take. Yeah, I mean, they're just. Hey, and this is very well what they're gonna do to us, man. They just going. That's like when they was talking about Iraq had weapons of mass destruction. All right, the Bush went up there with a cartoon bomb, right? The Wile E. Coyote bomb that's on fucking Acme, the Looney Tunes, man. He went up there talking about, and literally, man, and people went for it, right? But that picture he just flashed real quick. That's like somebody tell you they the police, right? And they just flash a motherfucking phony badge and just put it right back. Like, hold on, what was that? Like, he just flashed a black and white picture, okay, with two guys standing there and just said some shit. It says Proverbs 14. It says Proverbs 14 and 15. The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going. Yeah. So the simple what is going to believe, all right, this bullshit. All right, yeah, you see that they got evidence. Look at the picture they put up. But hold on, when you rewind it and actually look at what he actually displayed, it was really nothing. Let's go back.
Seeing the sheriff participating in this for a long time. Here's a picture of a Texas Tech student who actually had his car shut off by a UFO object, and you're seeing
had his car shut off by a UFO. Like that picture, I'm supposed to believe what you're saying because you showed a picture of two white guys in black and white and flashed it and then put it like, come on, Esau, you losing, baby.
The sheriff. Well, something strange, and in fact, it's been happening in Texas for a long time. Here's a picture of a Texas Tech student.
Look, and you know he lying, Look how his eyes just blinking. He's just blinking. He's lying. He's clearly telling a fucking lie, man. Let's go.
Actually had his car shut off.
But not out of the question. What is going on? Not just here, but maybe in the universe. Is the truth out there? UFO Seekers lead investigator Tim Doyle joins me now. Tim, what is going on?
Well, something strange, and in fact, it's been happening in Texas for a long time. Here's a picture of a Texas Tech student who actually had his car shut off by a UFO object, and you're seeing the sheriff participating in this. But cattle mutilations have been going on in depth since the 70s. There was a New Mexico State police officer who investigated up to 90 cattle mutilations in New Mexico. In one of those cases from 1976, Gabe Valdez, the police officer, found evidence of a triangular-shaped object landing near a cow, then some type of tripods exiting this craft. And these tripods were anywhere from 28 inches to 4 inches in length. Now, Gabe said in his investigation that these tripods that exited this UFO craft followed the cow for 600 feet before the cow finally fell dead.
So there you go. You got that number 6 again. All right, 3 times. He said three cows, I believe, and no, he said three counties, right? He said three counties, right? It was 3-3, I believe, was made with three. It was three. I think he said 3-6. Salakia, I forget, but remember at the end of the beginning of the video how I said what, so it was six cows and and three different counties, right? And now he said what these probes followed the cows for 600 feet, so that's 666. All right.
And these tripods had little tracks that they left on the ground. Gabe returned to the same incident site for a second time and found that these tracks had actually gone over his tire tracks.
So Tim, look, I have an open mind about all of these topics. I'm open to the possibility. I'm also open to the possibility of being manipulated by the government to increase budgets, as was recently said by Elon Musk. But here's the thing. It's usually the simplest explanation. Acknowledging that these things have been happening for quite some time, has the simplest explanation ever actually turned out? This has to have been investigated. Has it ever been cults or kids? Has it ever been the simplest explanation?
No, not cult or kids, because even in that New Mexico case load, which the FBI investigated, and the FBI said it was just natural predators, Mr. Valdez, the police officer, said that the surgical cuts in which, get this, Will, even then, the rectum and the genitalia were removed from the cattle the same way they are now. And it just so happens...
you hear this? The rectum, all right, and the genitalia will remove. All right, once again, all right, this is blasphemy. This is a wicked lie. All right, to try to, matter of fact, let me get this. Right. All right, this is why the Lord is going to fuck these devils up, man. Let me get this. This is Psalm 62, and I'm going to start at 3. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all you. As a bone wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence, God. And that's this place. This place is about to come crashing down, right? Because that's what Esau does. What he's what imagine mischief. All right. It says they only consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless. It says they bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. So that's these devils, man. Right? They're consulting what to cast Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah down from his excellency. All right, they're saying what the rectums and the genitals were like. What type of sicko? All right, and when you really think about it, this is nothing. And if this, which I'm not saying that these things don't happen, right? But this is more than likely Esau, all right, doing this thing, all right, with what you call witches and warlocks, all right, because witches and warlocks, all right, they practice animal mutilation, all right. That's what more than likely that's what this is, right? it said they only could sought to cast him down from his excellency, and that's what you see these two guys actually doing right here. What they pretty much coming together what to demonize Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah and the angels. They delight in lies. Look, you see it. They delight in telling a lie. They actually put this hit piece together. All right, formed it. Came up with the wording. Came up with the graphics with the UFO. They put all this together. What to produce? What a wicked lie. It says they delight in lies, they bless with their mouth, but it says, but they curse inwardly, say lie. Yeah, they say, God bless America, this, that, and the third, we're a God-fan country. But what inwardly, what, you know what I'm saying, and at this point, it's not even inwardly what, they're coming out, what, and ban demons about it. All right, they're coming out and all right, they're coming out what making hit pieces what to demonize the Lord and the angels. Let's go.
66 years ago is when that
see here though that number 66.
The rectum and the genitalia were removed from the cattle the same way they are now, and it just so happens 66 years ago is when that
look, 66 years ago. So you see the devil, he has his fingerprints all over this bullshit. 666. All right, it said the number of his name was 6 and 6, man. All right, see, we not. Matter of fact, let me get this. Right? 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Yeah, so and when you go into that word device, it means a wicked plot. All right, we're not ignorant to you devils, man. We already know how you devils roll. Why? Because through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, the Lord put us up on game. All right, we on to you devils. All right, so when you come out with little hit pieces like this, hey man, we already know what you devils attempting to do, man. It ain't gonna work. All right, like I said, it's gonna work on the simple. All right, well, say the simple believe of every word. All right, but what this witchcraft, this debauchery, all right, that you're doing, all right, it's not gonna work on the elect. All right, it says what? There's no enchantment against Jacob. All right, this is not gonna work. All right, we see exactly what you're doing. All right, you're demonizing. This is a way to demonize Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, the angels. All right, you're demonizing the word of the Lord, calling it hate speech. All right, you're demonizing his men. All right, by calling us a hate group, by calling us what you call black Hebrew Israelites. All right, by calling us what you call what did I say? Yeah, hate group or whatever. All right, racist, biggest, all these things. What are nothing more than your campaign? What to all right? This is your campaign, the beginning of your campaign to fight against the Lord. All right, but you're going down, devil. You're going down. You're going into captivity. All right, and you're going to pay. Matter of fact, let me get this. And you're going to pay, all right, for everything that you're doing. All right. Let me get this. This is Matthew 12:36. But I say unto you that every idle word that men shall speak, they shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. So you devils are going to have to give an account for this lie, man. This demonization of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, the angels. Let's go.
That Texas Tech student had his car shut off. So is there some weird force that's like returning, taking these bodies somewhere? And you should know too that.
Yeah, I'll need to leave it there, Tim. But you're right. I mean, if it's predators, if it's kids, if it's cults, there would be a mess.
It's not predators.
This is too surgical.
They need to put their cows.
I got to leave it here, Tim. I'm sorry.
So you see at how the end how he is not kids. What little fucking monsters would do something like that, man? So we know. Listen, we know it ain't kids, especially a motherfucking cow. You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to these devils. A cow is probably about 500 pounds, man. Give or take a couple pounds. But then you see how you see what he did. He says not. At first at the beginning of the interview, he was going to, can it be kids? Can it be a cult? But then at the end of the interview, he basically summed it up and answered it for you. All right, he put it. He left what is it called, subliminal seduction. Matter of fact, let's look up the definition. Let me see. Seduction. It says this is a common situation in which many guys find themselves. Let me see. Nah, man. Let's see. I'm just trying to find. They say what they saying without saying it, if you will. All right. They plant a seed that they want you to believe, but they don't actually say that's what they want you to believe. All right. They get an illusion like they're leaving it up to you to make your own assumption to make your own decision when in actuality they made the decision for you. Okay, and you don't even know it. That's basically what it is.
I got to leave it here, Tim. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I got to leave. I mean, if it's predators, if it's kids, if it's cults, there would be a mess.
It's not predators.
This is too surgical.
They need to put their cows.
I got to leave it here, Tim. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I got to leave it here. That's going to do it for us tonight on Jesse Waters Primetime.
So you see this devil, all right, this is nothing more, like I said, than the demonization of the angels and Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Alright? Let me get this. Let me get this real quick, and then I'll close out through the Spirit. It says, Revelations 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying, in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our God, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and the power of Salakia, and the power of Adawan Yahweh Shai, Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down. All right, and the accuser of the brethren, what is Esau Edom? All right, we see what this devil is doing. All right, he's accusing the angels, all right, of doing heinous acts. All right, of doing things that are not of the angels of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, taking the anal, all right, the sex organs. Hey, man, that's something that's not of the Lord, man. All right, hey, the Lord will just send a plague and kill your cattle, man. All right, only person that's cruel in that manner is Esau, man. It says which accuse. It says in strength in the kingdom of our God and the power of Adawan Yahweh Shai Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brother is cast down, which accused them before our God day and night. And that's what you see this devil's doing. All right, he's accusing, all right, the brethren. He's accusing even Yahweh Shai. All right, and he's accusing the angels. All right, and this devil is about to be cast down, man. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying. All right, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. All right, honors to the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the Oculus pushing his word throughout the four corners of the planet. All right, and shalom. All right, to the elect.